In a peaceful little village, nestled among green hills, lived a little boy. He was a kind and quiet boy, but lately, a heavy sadness had settled over his heart. After school each day, he would walk alone, his small shoulders slumped, and his eyes looking down at his feet. The world around him seemed to have lost its color. He didn't want to play games or read his favorite books. He just wanted to be by himself, lost in his quiet sorrow. His parents noticed his sadness and felt a gentle worry for him. They knew he had a special friend who might be able to help, a friend who didn't speak with words but with love. One afternoon, his father gently suggested a walk. They didn't go to the playground or the candy shop. Instead, they walked down a familiar path that led to a warm, wooden barn just outside the village. The air inside smelled sweet, a mix of fresh hay and old wood. As the little boy's eyes adjusted to the dimmer light, he saw a beautiful, deep red horse standing peacefully in his stall. This was his horse, his special friend. The horse was big and strong, with a coat the color of a setting sun and eyes as deep and gentle as a calm river. Seeing the little boy, the red horse let out a soft, low sound, lowered his magnificent head over the stall door. The little boy slowly walked closer, his small hand reaching out. He gently stroked the horse's soft nose. The horse didn't move away. Instead, he leaned into the touch, closing his big eyes as if he understood everything the little boy was feeling without a single word being spoken. The little boy felt a tiny flicker of warmth in his chest, a feeling he hadn't had in a long, long time. For the first time all day, he wasn't thinking about his sadness. He was just there, with his wonderful red horse. His father smiled softly and opened the stall door. The little boy stepped inside. Red Horse nudged him gently, then rested his long, graceful neck over the boy's small shoulders, pulling him into a soft, warm hug. The little boy wrapped his arms around the horse's strong neck and buried his face in the smooth red coat. He felt safe. He felt understood. All the heavy feelings inside him began to melt away, replaced by the comforting weight and steady warmth of his friend. They stood like that for a long while, the little boy and his red horse, sharing a silent conversation of comfort and love in the quiet of the barn. The next day after school, the little boy didn't walk home with his head down. He went straight to the barn. The red horse was waiting, his ears perked forward in greeting. The boy led him out of the stall, and together, they set off on a journey. They walked along winding forest paths, where sunlight filtered through the leaves, painting dancing patterns on the ground. The little boy held the reins, but it felt more like he was holding the hand of a trusted friend. The horse walked with a steady, gentle pace, always aware of the small boy beside him. They came to a small stream that trickled over smooth gray stones. The water sparkled in the afternoon light. The little boy sat on the grassy bank, and his horse stood close, nuzzling his hair. The boy told the horse all about his day, about the hard parts and the good parts. He talked about his feelings, the big, confusing sadness that had filled him up. The horse listened patiently, his soft muzzle occasionally brushing against the boy's cheek, as if to say, "I'm here. I understand." The sound of the bubbling stream and the quiet presence of his friend was the most comforting thing in the world. As the days turned into a week, the little boy and his red horse spent every afternoon together, explored every corner of the forest they knew. They discovered hidden meadows filled with wildflowers and watched squirrels chase each other up tall oak trees. The little boy started smiling again. His laughter, once a forgotten sound, now echoed through the woods as the horse did something funny, like trying to nibble a butterfly or sneezing loudly when a dandelion puff tickled his nose. The heavy sadness was lifting, like a morning fog burning away in the sun. He was no longer the quiet, lonely boy he had been. He walked with a new bounce in his step. The world seemed bright and full of color again. His friendship with the red horse had shown him that even when he felt alone, he had a connection so deep and true it could heal his heart. The horse had taught him about empathy, about how love and kindness could be shared without words. He learned that it was okay to be sad sometimes, but it was also important to let love in. His friend had given him the strength he needed. One evening, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in brilliant shades of orange, pink, and red, the little boy and his horse stood on a hill overlooking their village. The boy leaned against his friend's strong side, watching the colors fade into a deep, peaceful blue. The horse rested his head on the boy's shoulder. A feeling of deep happiness and confidence filled the little boy's heart. He knew he could face anything now. He knew that whatever happened at school or in the world, he would always have this unwavering friendship, this silent, powerful love. He gave his horse one last hug for the night, his heart overflowing with gratitude. The horse nuzzled him back, a promise of another adventure tomorrow. As the little boy walked back home, under a sky full of twinkling stars, he wasn't sad anymore. He was happy. He was strong. He was a boy who had been healed by the quiet, gentle, and unconditional love of his beautiful red horse. He knew that their friendship was a special gift, and he would cherish it forever. Thanks for watching our story. Don't forget to follow for more gentle adventures.